I don't want to sound like I'm being spiritual, but I honestly pray about
That's-
every single concert because the Holy Spirit knows who is in that audience. So, and of course, there are a lot of natural things. Like if you're going to be at a college, you're not going to talk about arthritis. If the next night you're with a senior group, you're not going to talk about TikTok or
Right.
energy drinks.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
you're of course you've got to reach your audience, but still, as to which stories and which songs, I'll pray about it. A lot of times, a certain story will come to mind, and I'll think, well, I maybe wrote an article on that one time. I don't even know if I've told that before, but if that particular story is for that group of people, then I'll do it. You know, so it's not about just having one show and always trying to do it, you know, from start to finish. This is just a written show. I want to have a game plan, but I want to ask the Holy Spirit what that game plan should be.
Absolutely. Tim Lovelace joining us today. We are at the Christian Product Expo Summer 2023 show in Lexington, Kentucky. Tim Lovelace, the MC for this event this year. Well, this is the Meeting House, and Tim, let's talk just a bit about, again, your storytelling. And
Right.
we recognize that we follow the greatest storyteller of them all, and Jesus would tell stories
Right.
in order to share illustrations of spiritual truth.
Right.
Sounds like you do very much the same thing, no matter what the audience is.
Right. Absolutely. You know what he would say, I think someone's moving in and moving out. There goes a story right there.
There you go. There's got to be a story behind those big round tables that just went by on the cart.
I've always said when I get to heaven, I'm going to thank the person who invented the wheel. And someone said, how do you know they're going to be in heaven? I said, because Satan doesn't want anything to be easy for you. So whoever invented the wheel had to be a Christian because it's made our life a whole lot easier. And but anyway, you know, Billy Graham was just a hero of mine. He's one of my heroes. I'll get that right.
Yeah.
I'm dyslexic, but Dr. Graham always used comedy, and I love what he said about it. He said, when someone asked him maybe why he used comedy at all of his crusades, he would always say a few lighthearted things, make a few jokes. He said, I give them something to laugh about. And then he said, when their mouth is open, I give them something to chew on. And so
That's good.
So mine is a little longer. I may be telling stories and fun songs for 15 or 20 minutes or whatever, but it's still basically the same process that most people in life kind of build little walls around them, whether they're college age, teenagers, middle school, or 80 years old. Most people have a little protective wall they build, and laughter has a way of breaking down those walls. And when the walls are down, our hearts are more sensitive,
That's
and then
good.
the Holy Spirit can do what we can't do.
So when you come into a setting like a Christian Product Expo or
Yeah.
another Christian event, maybe at a gospel concert
Mm-hmm.
or something of that sort, how does your presentation perhaps change, perhaps knowing that you can talk more spiritually
Right.
with them?
Well, you know, like I've been to a couple of secular colleges that would say, just don't quote the Bible. You know, we
Yeah.
know you're a Christian. Or I've had some say, you know, you can mention you're a Christian, but not too much. Well, then everything I'm going to do is crystal clean. But I can tell them that I'm a Christian or I found joy in the Lord. But then I can also turn around, and when I go back in that town, maybe 6 months later, if the young people or a group or a corporate meeting, if there were people there that are not Christians, had a good time, they can say, oh, that comedian is going to be down at so-and-so.
Yeah.
And they go there. Well, then in a church setting, I can give an altar call. So, but I have to reach them in the first place. So, but in most country or bluegrass shows or anything like that, you can still, most of them are fine with you still doing gospel songs. So I try to mix in some music with the comedy and can still get them to sing along and then give his word that never comes back void.